Hello there, and welcome to my YouTube channel, and welcome to the How Do You Stop the Mind? Stopping the mind from getting in the way when you're making that connection with the spirit world. Now, somebody asked me, the question, how do you stop your mind when you're getting in the way in the first moments of connecting with the spirit world? Now, think about it. Does your mind get in the way? Do you have those moments when your heart is palpitating and it's and you're getting anxious before it's your turn, either in circle or before you have to work in a private reading? The fear of getting it wrong, all these things can be happening when you're getting ready for mediumship. Now, if you're enjoying this question, please give it a like, and if you're enjoying what I'm putting on the channel, subscribe, and any subscribes, you'll be helping to support me and the channel. And it's great to get real information out there about mediumship, and that's why I answer people's questions. So, you know, when you're in circle, if you're getting ready for a private reading, you can have anxiety. You can have the idea that someone's watching you, the feeling that you're in a goldfish bowl or something, and somebody's watching every move that you make. You think, oh God, I better get it right. So what arises in the mind is the fear of getting it wrong, the fear of making a mistake. What if I mess this up? All these things start coming up. And how would we calm the mind down so that we become more and more of a pure channel in the beginning of the contact? And really, the mind is at this moment is overactive, and it's taking control of our contact. So what we want to do is we really want to get the mind more into balance with our mediumship, so that our mind can stop taking control and that we start to relax. Now, I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that right now. Really, one of the tips that you can do is to watch your breathing. Because when you're anxious, you'll be breathing shallow, you'll be breathing up here. So the best thing to do is to start breathing just a little bit deeper, and you're still getting your connection with the spirit world, and you're moving your energy back, and you've got the spirit world there. You still got your connection. All you do is altering your breathing. For someone who is anxious, is breathing shallow. So you want to just breathe a little bit more deeper into the belly, and just really deep and breathing. And if you do that, that will change your anxiety, that will change your fear, and it will start taking control of the contact that you're making. Plus, if you're breathing that way, it calms down the mind. Now, another thing is, if you're breathing from the stomach, that will calm down the mind. Another way of doing it is breathing from your feet. So if you were to breathe in and out through your feet, if they were connected to the earth, and just have the idea that you're breathing in and out of the feet energetically, just imagining that at the same time as you've got a contact. Because I mean, let's face it, mediumship is multitasking, and this is learning to multitask. So at the same time, you're holding that contact and you're just breathing, becoming aware of your feet, and in doing that, it's taking the energy out of your mind and out of the way, and that's calming the mind down straight away. Because all it is energy. Attention follows, the energy will follow the attention, and if it moves away from the mind, it will calm the mind down. Now, really, to bypass the mind, you could start saying in the beginning, when you get your contact in your spiritual circle, or for your connection that you're making for somebody, or one-to-one or whatever, just start with your feelings, because your feelings have got nothing to do with your mind. So it bypasses the mind. So these things is, watch your breath, breathe more deeply, use the feelings. It will move you away from the mind. And then also you can calm the mind by, if you're in your spirit of who you are and you observe your mind before you make the contact. If you observe the mind, and if you were to do it now, I mean, if you were just imagine that you're in the spirit of who you are and you observe your mind now, look what happens when you observe your mind and your thoughts. What happens to the mind? it goes quiet, doesn't it? So when you realize that it goes quiet, then you can start to begin your contacts. So these little tips and things can help change the contact, which would have been really, with your heart pounding and that feeling of anxiety and everything going around you. You may have messed it up, or you may have said too much or not enough. You may have held back. But to move the mind out of the way is to become conscious of it. And when you become conscious of it, like I said, sitting in that soul of who you are and just observing it, and then making your contact, speaking from feelings first, and then seeing what information comes through, that changes your mind. It's a good one, isn't it? That changes your mind. I thought you might like that, because that's the point. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to have pure connection with the spirit world, pure connection with the information that's coming through. And that pure connection, if the mind gets involved, the information is going to get distorted, and then it will be a mind to spirit contact. And we don't want that. We want a soul to spirit contact. And if we have a soul to spirit contact and we're having the spirit world there, then we're going to have a very lovely, pure contact, and there will come energy and information through that would really help. So just to recap for you guys, it was like, how do we solve the mind? When your heart's pumping, you've got the fear of things going wrong. People are watching you before you work. The anxiety. How do you stop the mind from taking control? You start to become aware of your breath, and you're still going for the contact in the spirit world, but you're just breathing that little bit more deeply. That's one. Number two is breathing through your feet. Just taking your time to breathe through your feet, because if you do that, you're taking the energy out of your mind to a different part of your body. And when you do that, that is going to make a difference in the contact that you're making. Number three, become aware of your center. And when you sit and become aware of your center, your soul, it has a different influence on your consciousness. And that's what you want, because if you're in a different flow of consciousness, that will help. And to calm the mind, if you're sitting in that consciousness and you observe your mind, it will calm down. And that's what it'll do. So if you're enjoying the video, please give it a like. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, please do. I do have next to the subscribe button a join button for those of you that would like to have a little bit more videos which I put on just for members that support me. I am very happy with all the people that are supporting me on my channel. Thank you for being here. If you've got any more questions, please don't forget to ask me. It was lovely having you all here, and I wish you a fantastic day, evening, or morning.